everybody? We got the thumbnail up. It is the college football tailgate with me, XFL Jim, joined by my co-host, Uncle Rico, a.k.a. Eric. What's up, my man? You ready to talk some college fucking football?
I'm ready to talk some college football, and hopefully my liver can make it through the Michigan State game tonight.
Yeah, how much do you think you're gonna be drinking during that game?
Probably a lot. As soon as we get down 24-0, I'll turn on UTEP.
Do you think so? I was looking at this game and I thought the same thing with the Iowa game against Ohio State, which probably was, albeit very wrong opinion. This is a game that Michigan State just like inexplicably covers just because it's a weird rivalry game.
I mean,
it's a possibility.
I look at it like this: 2 years ago, 21-point dogs. They went into the big house. They won straight up, but that was during COVID, and there was no fans in the stands. Very windy conditions. They were able to grub up the game, and they still had some talent left over from the D'Antoni reign, even though that talent wasn't that good. Last year, they just rode Kenneth Walker. There was an insanely bad call at the end of the game where Michigan got robbed. And Michigan State was able to ride Kenneth Walker. This year, the offense lacks playmakers. Offensive line's banged up. Defense is coming back. Defense is good against the run, bad against the pass. If Harbaugh realizes that and he just throws the ball, I don't see how Michigan State's going to stop him. If Harbaugh becomes a stubborn old man and just decides to run the ball, it could be a game. But
there is a scenario where he becomes a stubborn old man.
But he talked about how he wants to beat Michigan State and beat Michigan State bad at Big Ten Media Day. So I think this is a boat racing waiting to happen. I have no investment in the game.
That's probably smart. I don't either. As of now, I can never promise that I won't have any investment going forward.
Of now,
I can never make the promise that I won't have investment somewhere. You know me.
I know you well, man.
So let's start with the slate. Arkansas-Auburn is the first game we're talking about. Arkansas minus 3.5 on the road, over under 60.5. Money line for Auburn plus 140.
I would really want to take Auburn here just because of how bad Arkansas's defense is, but I didn't do it.
I wanted to take Arkansas. I took them earlier in the week. I think at -3. Arkansas's defense is really bad, but Auburn's offense is awful. They're really bad.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I trust like a KJ Costello and an Arkansas team a little bit more. This is, I believe, the only road favorite or one of the very few that I'm taking. I had a theme going into this weekend, and that's home dogs. I was all over a lot of home dogs. Speaking of which,
that's me wearing off on you, buddy. That's me.
Oh yeah,
wearing off on you.
Speaking of which, Boston College minus 7.5 on the road at UConn, over under 44.5. I'm on UConn plus 7.5.
Dude, I'm telling you,
I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit on that money line.
This game,
I'm sprinkling a little bit on that money line.
They need to win this game if they want to go bowling. So,
I was talking about it on the Picks porch last night with Chase. I actually did a disgusting UConn UMass parlay.
So hot. I don't mind it. I could see them winning, but I got so much action that this didn't make the board. I want to take them so bad, though.
This one made it for me. Georgia Tech, Florida State. Florida State minus 23 at home, over under 47.5. Who is Florida State to be laying 3 touchdowns?
Yeah, I got nothing.
I got Georgia Tech plus the 23.
Okay.
I'm on it. I'm gonna make sure I keep these. Bam and bam. Miami of Ohio going to Akron, laying 8 on the road in the MAC, over under 50. It's coming back again. Give me Akron plus 8, baby.
I would do that too. I mean, always take the dog in Maction. So
it's Maction. It's crazy, but it's actually, if you simplify it down, just take the dog. The games are always wild.
I mean, wild, people all over the place. Yeah.
Notre Dame, Syracuse minus 1.5 at home, over under 47.5.
So I almost did a player prop here because the Qs can't cover the tight end, and it's Halloween weekend. Michael Mayer, the Notre Dame tight end, almost did it, but I didn't do it. It was a little too high. It was like 67 when I looked when it first came out.
That's a lot.
So I didn't do it.
God, I want to be on Syracuse here. I'm not playing this game
but
either
I look
way.
at it like this. bunch of 18 to 21-year-old kids just had their hopes and dreams crushed. This game right here is going to tell a lot about this team and what Dino's doing up there. So I'm just staying away.
Yeah, this is kind of like a wait and this is a watch and see what happens sort of game with Syracuse. I'm also staying away. Ohio State, Penn State. Ohio State minus 15.5 on the road, over under 61.
I hate Terry Franklin. I hate Sean Clifford. I feel that Ohio State's due for that hiccup in explicitity. Like they always have, like, what the heck was that? But Penn State can't stop the run. They can't run the football. Sean Clifford is awful. And I don't know what Terry Franklin does all week. He had 2 weeks to prepare for Michigan, and it looked like he didn't have a game plan. I want nothing to do with this game.
It seems like current James Franklin is...
I call him Terry Franklin.
I like it. I like it, though.
I've decreased him to Terry. I don't even call him by his first name.
So it seems like current James Franklin is a good coach against, like, teams on the same level as Penn State or worse. But whenever they're playing a team that's even remotely better, they fall apart.
Yeah.
And I think Ohio State is easily the best team in the conference. They're one of the best teams in the country. This is the other road favorite that I took. I'm on Ohio State minus 15.5. I think Ohio State wants to just boat race the entire Big Ten.
Yeah.
And show that, like, guess what? We're the best fucking team in the country. We're the best team in our conference. We're going to win. Ohio State, give me Ohio State minus 15.5. Give me the under 61, though. Ooh. I think there's a very real scenario. Penn State scores like 14 or less.
I could see it.
And I don't think Ohio State gets above like 49.
Okay.
Next on the chopping block, Oklahoma, Iowa State. Oklahoma minus 1.5 on the road, over under 58.5.
I got the Cyclones plus the 1.5 here. Best defense in the whole conference. They're going to be able to get to Dylan Gabriel. This Oklahoma defense is putrid. I know that Iowa State's quarterback is garbage, but they have the best player of the field on Hutchinson. I don't know who's gonna stop Hutch. Home game from Iowa. I think they're going to be able to run the ball, control the clock, and limit Oklahoma's explosive plays. I locked in Iowa State plus the 1.5.
I really want to take them money line. I really do. I'm staying away for now.
Staying away, dude. It's not getting invested, Jim.
Not in this one. From what I've seen from Iowa State, I don't know. Like Oklahoma with Gabriel back, I just trust the offense a little bit more. I'm just staying away. I like your play, though, of the 1.5. That's where I would go. But I am staying away. South Florida goes to Houston. Houston minus 17.5 at home, over under of 60.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything, dude.
Yeah, don't fucking touch this.
Like
fuck Houston. South Florida sucks. If I did anything, maybe a small lean on Houston minus 17.5 at home, but I don't trust this Houston team.
Houston, I don't even know what's going on with Houston. They've been a complete train wreck this year. For the matter of fact, there's so much football talent in Florida, and with the transfer portal, the fact that South Florida doesn't have a competitive team, or at least a team that could win 5 to 6 games, is mind-boggling to me.
Yeah, in a major G5 conference like the AAC, it is weird.
Yeah, I mean, but you know what I mean? Like
they were really good not too long ago, weren't they? Like what was it? Even like 6-7 years ago?
Yeah,
they were
6-7 years ago they were good, but with, like I said, how much talent in Florida with the transfer portal, this team should be better. I want nothing to do with it. It's hard to trust either team here.
Yep, exactly. TCU heading to the mountains of West Virginia, where they are a road favorite. Minus 7.5 for the Horned Frogs. Over under of 69, plus 225 on the money line for West Virginia. I am on the Mountaineers of West Virginia plus the 7.5, and I sprinkle a little bit on that money line. Dreams go to die in the hills of Appalachia.
Co-sign both plays. We need to remember TCU has played 5 ranked opponents in a row, all wins. I really believe this is the letdown spot. Also, we got to remember, Kansas State was up 17-0 on them with their second string quarterback playing. He went down. Third string quarterback came in. The wheels fall off. TCU's got incredibly lucky. Look at their last couple games. They've been playing backup quarterbacks. Total flat spot after that stretch going on the road. Noon start in Mountain Town. Give me West Virginia plus the 7.5 plus the 225.
Love it. Toledo heading to Eastern Michigan, where they are 6.5 point favorites, over under 54.5. Taking Eastern Michigan here. Eastern Michigan plus the 6.5. and sprinkling a little bit on that money line. It's a triple play for me. It's a home dog, it's a MAC dog, and Eastern Michigan is a dog. Eastern Michigan is my favorite play. It's like I fade them when they're favorites. I take them when they're dogs. It's just a system play.
I got nothing here. I got nothing. Nothing.
Miami, Florida going to Virginia where they are 3-point road favorites over under 48.5. Man, I want to take Virginia, but Virginia really stinks.
Just shout out to everyone that had Miami in their top 10 preseason. I mean, you guys really called that?
Every year they call it. They're like Babe Ruth out there calling their fucking shot. I have nothing in this game.
Nothing. Both like Virginia's bad. Losing offensive coordinator hurt. Miami's an absolute train wreck this year. Like they're like legitimately everyone had them in their top 10. Nowhere to be found.
Look back at that Miami Texas A&M game now with the lens of like, oh yeah, these teams stink.
These teams are bad.
Yeah. They're just legitimately bad. Charlotte, Rice minus 15.5 at home, over under of 61. I did it. I'm taking Rice. I'm putting Charlotte back on the auto fade list right now.
So let me ask you a question. Okay. Serious question.
Ask away.
Is Mike McIntyre the coach of the year in college football for FIU?
He's probably up there.
Like 4 wins, dude. Come on, dude.
That's insane. For how bad they I still think they are really, really bad.
And they trounced Charlotte. It looks like Charlotte's quit here, but with the trend of these coaches and everything, I don't want anything to do with these games.
Yeah, I am fading the interim coach one more time. It's rough, but I'm doing it. Charlotte stinks. Rutgers at Minnesota. Minnesota minus 14, over under of 40. Who is Minnesota to be laying double-digit touchdown to anybody? Double touchdown.
No. Both these teams play at a slow pace. You'd have to bank on turn. What I did is I just played the under 21 first half, small play on that. Both these teams are going to run the ball, limit the possessions, lean on their offensive lines. I played the under 21 for the first half.
You know what? I'll join you on that. I'll co-sign that, but I am also on Rutgers plus 14. I sprinkled a little bit on that money line. I think the Big Ten West is so bad anybody can lose to anybody. And
what does Michigan State have to do to get in the goddamn Big Ten West?
When once USC and UCLA come and they eliminate the divisions,
Jesus,
then it will all be at the bottom together. ODU, Georgia State minus 3.5, over under 54. Staying away from this one.
Yeah, Georgia State, huge disappointment this year. Both you and I were high in them. ODU needs to win this game for any hope of bowl eligibility. I would lean ODU, but they didn't make the card.
Yeah, I would lean ODU just on the money line. I'd just lean on money line. Cincinnati, Central Florida minus 1.5, over under of 56.
I took this earlier in the week. I gave it out on our Tuesday show. I took Central Florida money line pick on minus 110 here.
That's exactly what I did too.
I haven't been that. Cincinnati's only real true road game was at Arkansas. They looked like a train wreck. Bear Bryant was missing reads, a lot of pre-snap penalties. UCF, very explosive offense. I think this is the game we're going to see where Cincinnati, they lost 7 players to the NFL. I think this is where we're going to see it, especially on the defensive side with how explosive UCF is in the passing game and the running game. And their defense is sneakily good. I think they're like 39th in the country. So I like UCF here. I would anything under 3, I'd lay them. We got them at minus 110.
And you kind of feel like Cincinnati showed that they could give up these games in that comeback they were allowing SMU to make.
And that's another point. That was SMU's backup quarterback. They only beat South Florida by 4. Didn't look that impressive against Tulsa. Who is this team to be? I think they're getting a lot of street cred right now, and people are seeing the 20th in the country next to them.
Little steam going their way. Florida at Georgia, the world's largest outdoor cocktail party. Georgia minus 23, over under 56.5. Boy, oh boy, do I want to just take Georgia here.
Georgia. I look at it like this. The situation says to take Florida because Georgia has Tennessee on deck. Winner goes basically to the SEC championship. Flip side, Florida's third down defense is dog shit. They can't. It's one of the worst in the country. I think it's like 112th
It's
in
real
college
bad.
football. So I don't trust them to get any third down stops. Maybe they hang around. Richardson's awful. I would lean Georgia here, but I'm not doing anything.
Fun fact right there. The Georgia-Florida game will take place at the home of the Jacksonville Jaguars, the team who will take on the Denver Broncos in London tomorrow. Just quick update for everybody. I'm staying away from this one. I can't. Illinois at Nebraska. Illinois minus 7.5 on the road, over under 50.5. Sorry, 50. Over under 50.
I really want to take Nebraska here, but I can't do it. I really want to fucking do it.
I will be a homer and take Nebraska, which means you should not take Nebraska because that means they will lose by 10 points. Every time I bet this game one way or the other, I am wrong. I think I'm right. I'm wrong. So I say to take Nebraska plus 7.5, which means you should take Illinois minus like 14. Because I am always wrong with this shit. I don't know what it is. I want to bet the under 50. I want to bet Nebraska. I don't get it. Stay away. New Mexico State at UMass. New Mexico State minus 1.5 on the road. Over under of 39. Give me UMass, baby.
You know what? I really want to take UMass here too, but I just didn't do it. This is the last play that got cut on the cutting board.
Two dog shit terrible teams, one on the road going super far in New Mexico State. Give me UMass at home, baby. North Texas, Western Kentucky. North Texas plus 10 on the road, over under of 70. 70.
Nothing.
I might take the under here.
I got nothing.
I might take the under. Probably
nothing.
not touching it for now. In stark contrast to a total of 70, we have Northwestern and Iowa. Iowa minus 11, over under of 37.5.
I want nothing to do in this game. My question to you is, with how much Iowa is being dragged under their rug with their offense, is there any chance they go to that freshman kid, maybe try to do?
There's a chance.
You know what I mean? Try to open it up a little bit, because now rumors are going Kurt, it could be on his way out with how bad it's been this year, only scoring 7 touchdowns.
The rumors I've heard have been like Kirk is probably fine, but Brian is definitely out. Like Brian will be fired probably by the end of the year. Like at the end of the year. Kirk just doesn't he's old school. He doesn't fire mid-season.
Yeah. So, God, I'm looking at that, man.
I'm on Iowa minus 11.
I could see Iowa trying to open it up a little bit.
Not even just that. I don't think Northwestern scores a single point on them.
See, because I was thinking if I had some booze in my system and I was in Vegas right now, I'd be taking that over, but I don't have anything in my system right now except for coffee. So
yeah, I don't want to touch the total because there's a real scenario where Iowa wins this one like 17-0.
Mm-hmm.
And their defense scores like a touchdown and they get a field goal here. It's just, I don't know. Yeah, I'm on Iowa minus 11. That is my only play in this game. Oklahoma State at K-State. K-State minus 1.5, over under 56.
So how I read it, this line is telling me Adrian Martinez is going to play.
Yeah.
Game time decision. Look, I had Oklahoma. I think we both had Oklahoma State last week. We both had Oklahoma State money line. They won that game. They shouldn't have. Sam Ewers kind of became a deer in headlights back there. Got some breaks. I think this is a great situational spot. Oklahoma State coming off the win against Texas. And then Kansas State coming off a bye. Vaughn is going to be there, which is big because Oklahoma State gave up 224 to TCU on the ground, 204 to Texas. Even if there's no Martinez, Howard will be back there. Vaughn will be able to run all over him. Give me Kansas State minus the 1.5.
I'll co-sign that. I like the K-State minus the 1.5. That's just, especially if Adrian plays. Their running attack is just too good. Yeah. I think there's a very real scenario we could see like a TCU K-State rematch in the Big 12 championship game.
Oh God, that'd be awesome.
That'd be really awesome. Oregon at Cal. Oregon minus 17 at Cal, over under 56.5.
This is a Wilcox spot, Oregon coming off a big win, beat down a UCLA. All Wilcox does is cover in these spots, but no play for Uncle Rico.
I'll play it. You know me and Cal. God damn it, I can't stay away.
You
Plus
selling
17.
that goddamn Italian sandwich, dude.
Oh, it's so good. SMU at Tulsa. SMU -1 at Tulsa. Over under of 64. Staying away from this one.
Nothing.
I don't like either of these teams. Temple at Navy. Navy -14.5. Over under of 41.
Son of a bitch. I said if this got over 14, I'd be on Temple, but I can't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I can't do it.
I can't either. Wake Forest at Louisville. Wake -3 at Louisville. Over under of 65.5. This is another road favorite I took. I like Wake.
I look at it like this. Interesting matchup here. Can you trust Louisville to stop Wake's passing attack? Wake struggles with defending mobile quarterbacks. I think this game has a potential to be a shootout, but
I think I took the over in this game too. Yeah, I took over. So it's down now to it's up. Sorry, to 65.5. I took the over at 62.5.
I mean, flip side, I kind of feel like the Louisville coaching staff is lame duck.
Yeah, they could be. They very well could be.
So I want nothing to do with this game.
Missouri at South Carolina. South Carolina -3.5. Over under of 45. I'm on Missouri +3.5. I'm on a money line. I think both these teams stink. I don't like South Carolina's offense.
Defense has been looking a lot better. They just got
defense is good.
Big win over Texas A&M. This is another game I really, really want to take, but you know what? I wanted to get that 4. If it gets to the 4, I'll be invested.
I don't think it gets to the 4.
I know. But you know what? UMass, UConn, and Missouri were the 3 bets that almost made the card but didn't.
But didn't quite make it. South Alabama at Arkansas State. South Alabama -9.5. Over under of 53.
Nothing.
Lean South Alabama. I think I took them earlier in the week for a better number. If I check, I got a -11. So not a better number. My bad. I'm stupid. Shame me. Coastal Carolina at Marshall. Marshall -2.5. Over under 53.
Nothing.
I'm on Coastal money line. I'm just going to take the dog in these close Sunbelt matchups just for the value. This is a coin flip game. Give me the dog. I think either of these teams could very easily win. Colorado State at Boise State. Boise State -25. Over under of 42.
Nothing.
Lean Boise State. Not touching it because what the fuck. Kentucky at Tennessee. Tennessee -11.5. Over under of 62.
I took Kentucky at 12.5. I also sprinkled a little bit on the money line. It's just a situational play. You know, they got Georgia on deck. They are great. Tennessee is great against the run, but you still have Rodriguez back there as the best running back in the SEC. So I think Kentucky will be able to run the ball somewhat efficient. That will open up stuff for Will Levis. And if Will Levis is the prospect that everyone says he is, he will be able to take advantage of this Tennessee back 4. That's a big number. Anything over 10 is good. I got it at 12.5.
I just like Kentucky plus the 11.5 right here. I'll still take it at 11.5.
Yeah.
UAB at FAU. UAB -4.5 on the road. Over under 46. Staying away from this one.
You know what? I am rooting hard for Florida Atlantic because of those juicy
those under tickets we had.
Those under tickets that, you know what? They're still, I think it was at 9.5.
It was.
And they're 4-3 right now. And they got 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh.
They're going to lose one more game, so it's fine.
Yeah. But you know what? I just like stuff to be, I like winners.
I'm with you. I love winners. USC at Arizona. USC -14.5. Over under 75. Holy shit, that's a lot of points.
I really want to take Arizona just because they can throw the ball. They can.
I will take Arizona. Fuck you. Fuck it.
Whoa.
No, I'm saying fuck you to USC and Lincoln Riley.
Whoa.
I'll take Arizona plus 14.5. I want to take that under. 75?
Yeah, that's a lot of points. Because the thing is this. So case in point, last week there was some stops early in the some drives that didn't end in points early in the Oregon UCLA game. That total drifted to the 60s. Boom, hammer it. So that's what I would do in this game. If there's some drives that stall out, don't get points, look to take this over when it gets in the 60s. Or if you want to take it right now, like you said,
I'm gonna take it right now, and then I might middle it.
Mhm.
I might take the over when it drops down in this if it drops down in the 60s. Yeah. Arizona State at Colorado. Arizona State minus 13.5 on the road, over under 47.5. I'm staying away.
Yeah, me too.
This has nothing I want about it. Baylor, Texas Tech. Baylor +2 on the road. Texas Tech -2, over under of 61.
Give me my Red Raiders. I love this team, dude. It doesn't matter who's playing quarterback. This is quarterback U. They got 3 guys that can play anywhere. If any one of those 3 guys in that quarterback room were at Michigan State, we'd be somewhat good. I think Baylor's defense is a little overrated. They're having some struggles on the offensive end. Texas Tech coming off the bye, with how good that offense is, I think they cover this number easily. Give me Texas Tech -2.
I've been sitting on this one all week. I'm finally you won me over. I'm on Texas Tech as well. Give me Texas Tech -2. Michigan State at Michigan. Michigan is -22.5, over under of 55.
Oh God. If I had to play anything in the game, I would say play the over, because I think Jimbo tries to boat race him. So I would say play the over. Michigan State, but the worry is Michigan State being able to score. Michigan State has no playmakers except for Reed, who's hurt. Offensive line has injuries. Defense can't stop the pass. You know what? That's fine, dude. That's fine, because you know what? There's no way they're winning this game, dude. I will gladly buy a Mel Tucker t-shirt if Michigan State wins this game. But there is no way they're winning this game. I think Michigan wins, but this number to me is high. I really want to take my boys, but I have no faith in Thorne. I got no faith in the running game. I got no faith in anything.
Yeah, I'm staying away. I would also lean towards the Michigan State side, but I am staying away. Ole Miss going to Texas A&M. Ole Miss -2 on the road, over under 55. I hate it. I hate it. I took Texas A&M on the money line.
I took Texas A&M too. I mean, good bounce backs. You look at Old Miss's splits against the Old Miss's splits on the road. They're awful on the road. This is a tough place to play. And then I can't find it. I did when I was on a stream earlier. Jimbo Fisher off a loss at home. Yeah. Absolutely insane covering machine. Give me Texas A&M here. I know they did suspend some players for some alleged use.
Oh, they should give those players raises. I couldn't be in that locker room if I wasn't high as a fucking kite.
So yeah, give me. I'll take Texas A&M here. I took the 2. So
Pitt, North Carolina. North Carolina -3 at home, over under of 66.
Props to North Carolina, man. You know, they start off the season bad. They've snuck into the top 25, dude.
Yeah, they're gonna win that division, and then they're gonna get trounced by Clemson.
You know what? Just because I hate Clemson, I'm calling it now. North Carolina is gonna upset in that game.
I hope you're right. That'd be because I don't want to see Clemson in the playoffs. I took the over in this game, and that's about it. That's all I played.
Nothing. I did nothing.
Middle Tennessee State at UTEP. UTEP -2.5, over under 52. UTEP, baby. Give them to me.
I took UTEP -2. I think it's great here. I think Middle
on
Tennessee
their way to a bowl game.
They're going bowling, Jim. They're going bowling. Listen to these scores after beating Miami, and I still think Middle Tennessee State gets a little credit for that. Lost to UTSA 30-45. Lost to UAB 41-14. Lost to Western Kentucky 17-35. In what world are they laying points? This is literally a scenario where they are coasting off of this Miami win. This is a scenario where Miami just lost to a bad team. Yeah. It happens. That does not make Middle Tennessee State a good G5 team. And also, UTEP plays a lot better at home. Their kicker is phenomenal. He is I'll say one of the top kickers in college football. He's very reliable. So anything under 3, you can count on him to make the kick. Great running game. Middle Tennessee State does struggle defending the run. I'm on UTEP here -2. Same. Nevada at San Jose State. San Jose State -24.5, over under 44.5. Nothing. Small lead on San Jose State, but not touching this one. San Diego State at Fresno State.
Fresno -10. Over under 42. I want to take San Diego State, but these teams both stink.
Yeah, and Fresno State hasn't announced what's going on with their quarterback, if he's going to be playing or not. So I want nothing to do here.
Not touching. Stanford at UCLA. UCLA -16.5. Over under 65. I stay away from this one too.
That's a lot of points. That's a lot of points.
I lean Stanford.
If I had to bet it, I'd bet Stanford. But I'm not.
Final game of the day. Bobby Thomas, you got the Hawaii bet. Wyoming at Hawaii. Wyoming -12 on the road. Over under 50. I'm on Hawaii +12.
Look at you. My favorite, giving the people what they want, dude.
My favorite play in this game is the under.
Yeah, I'd like to lead the under here. Ever since Hawaii's made the quarterback change, you know what? They're playing better. They're playing better ever since they made the the quarterback change. Wyoming. Yeah, dude. I remember the time when I posted on Facebook that I thought that Michigan State should hire the Wyoming coach, and I just got dragged through the mud. Dude, this guy can flat out coach, dude. We thought this team was going to be an absolute train wreck. He's got him at 5-3, second in the Mountain West. They could legitimately, I think with how their schedule lines up, be right in there, no?
I definitely think they can.
If they beat Boise State, they're right.
Yeah, that's gonna be the big game, is them Boise State.
So I absolutely love it. I would lean Hawaii here, but I'm not touching it.
I'm on Hawaii +12. I'm on the under. That's my favorite play. And now, for you, Uncle Rico, I have my moneyline dog round robin.
Okay, let's hear it.
Here we go. Rutgers. I want your opinion on each one of these. Rutgers.
Okay.
West Virginia.
I got West Virginia in mine.
Eastern Michigan.
Okay.
I did take UVA in the round robin. That's a coin flip to me. Missouri. Coastal Carolina, Pitt, and Texas A&M.
A lot of stuff going on there, bud.
There's a lot. There's a couple big ones in there.
My round robin isn't that juicy just because there's not many big spreads I like. Just a simple basic I'm missing one of them. Just a simple basic 5-teamer, dude, for me. West Virginia plus the 225, Missouri plus 145.
Love it.
Kentucky plus 315. K-State minus the 120, and Central Florida minus the 115.
That's a nice one.
That just a simple, it's not the big ROI that we usually go for, but I look at it like this. I'm gonna take the 5 dogs I like the most, and I'm not gonna force it. I'm not gonna play what's a big money line this week. I'm not gonna throw Michigan State in there just to throw Michigan State in there.
I think Rutgers was my biggest money line at plus 425.
Mm-hmm.
But I like having.
There's a scenario where they can win.
Yeah, I think the one I don't like having on here the least is probably that Virginia. They're the riskiest one, but I just fade Miami because I hate Miami. Eric, my man, that's the college football tailgate preview show. Where can the people find you?
At eToff21 on the Twitter, at eToff21 Sports on the gram and on TikTok, and I'll be with this sexy bitch 3-4 times a week, dude.
Goddamn right. You can find me everywhere at XFL Gym. That's wherever XFL gyms are sold. We will see you guys next week for another episode. We'll see you actually Tuesday night for the College Football Tailgate Tuesday pick show. Make sure you tune into that. 8:30 God's time. We'll see you guys later. Bye. Bye.